What is up, baseball fans? Welcome back to Diamond Digest This Week in Baseball, episode 9 of season 3. With me today, I've got Joe, Sam, and Joey. How are we doing today?
Pretty good.
Not as good as I would be if we had a landscape intro sequence.
That's my fault, and I keep forgetting to send it to Peyton to fix, and it's on me. Laz's is correct. Mine just... we'll fix it by next week. I said that like 4 weeks ago.
You've said that multiple times.
I know. I probably won't. Anyway. We took last week off for the holiday weekend, but we are back this week. So a lot of baseball's happened the last couple of weeks, and we're here to talk about some of that. But we'll start this episode, as we do every episode, with a standings update. So we'll start in the American League, and we'll go east to west. So in the AL East, we have the New York Yankees atop the division at 61-24. The Minnesota Twins lead the AL Central at 48-40, and the Houston Astros lead the AL West at 56-29. Over in the National League, we have the New York Mets leading the NL East, the record of 53-33. The Milwaukee Brewers in the NL Central leading that division at 48-39, and the Los Angeles Dodgers at 56-29, leading the NL West. So those are the standings. I feel like that's been not a whole lot of turmoil there as far as the last couple weeks have gone. But yeah, we got to start every episode the same way. But I just kind of want to jump straight into All-Star selection because that came out today. And just like always, there are issues with the All-Star selection process. So I guess we'll go. I know, Joey, you said you had words about the process or about the rosters.
Yeah, I mean, probably my biggest issue, like obviously there are a lot of snubs. Tommy Edman is a name I've seen thrown around a lot. But for me, I think that the biggest disservice is having Gregory Soto as an all-star representing the Tigers. I don't have the numbers in front of me right now, but he has been no better than the 5th best pitcher on the Detroit Tigers this year, with the likes of Tarek Skubal, Michael Fulmer, Alex Lang, and I think depending on what you look at, Joe Jimenez has been in front of him as well. So I think that they kind of went for the, we'll just take the closer on the bad team sort of approach to having the single representative from each team. That seems to be what they did for the Tigers. But Gregory Soto has been fine at best. He walks and hits a lot of hitters, which is reflected in his FIP. It's up over 4.5, I believe, when I looked earlier today, despite his ERA being sub 3. But just a very uninspired selection from whoever picks these. We can do better than this. Alex Lang and Michael Fulmer and Tarek Skubal deserve better than this. That's kind of my short version of rant.
A little piece.
Also Josh Bell, but I kind of get that. That makes more sense to me, given kind of the backup with first baseman in the National League, and especially with C.J. Cron being the only Rocky. And being a first baseman, that kind of and Albert Pujols as well, being the commissioner's choice for the National League, kind of creates a little bit of a backup at first base for the NL. So that I get, but Gregory Soto, no excuse for him being the sole Detroit Tiger.
Yeah, I saw a little bit. I'm, for some reason, very present on Detroit sports Twitter. I think mostly thanks to Scott.
Yeah, that's the Scott effect.
The Scott effect. But yeah, I think so. I saw Soto and was shocked. I think Scott wanted Lang. I think
Alex Lang is filthy. He's been on Pitching Ninja multiple times in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, and then Skubal's been really, really good this year too.
Yeah, he's fallen off a little bit recently. He's struggled with his command a bit in the last few weeks. But he had a good outing the other night. So hopefully he can get it going again.
I mean, that's always the hope. But I thought Soto was an interesting pick, to say the least. But I mean, there's this whole roster's not good. So
yeah, who could have seen Spencer Torkelson being bad coming?
Well,
I mean,
Everyone.
Also, shout out to Andrew Chafin, who I forgot to mention. 298 xFIP, King, 221 FIP, over 10 Ks per 9. So expect him to get traded in a couple weeks.
I want Andrew Chafin to be a Giant so bad.
Dude, Andrew Chafin has so much swagger. I mean, he bought T-shirts for the entire bullpen. He had them made. It says "failed starter," and
Those are the obvious shirts.
he literally
just.
It seems like he just does not care about baseball at all, and I like kind of like Anthony Rendon sort of energy. And I love that so much.
Minus securing the bag.
Yeah,
I
except
mean,
not securing the bag.
But Andrew Chafin's like cool dad energy as well. Like he doesn't.
Oh,
He looks like anybody who has like 3 kids that lives in the middle of the country, like the countryside. But except he plays baseball.
He's such a Midwestern guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I can confirm. We have so many Andrew Chafin types.
There we go.
It's the Midwestern representative of the podcast.
Yeah, I guess you're not wrong. But I guess Joe, All-Star rosters, thoughts, snubs.
Snubs, Dylan Cease for sure.
Big one.
I mean, I'm never not going to say that a Yankee deserves to be an all-star, but, I mean, if you took out Cole or Cortez for Dylan Cease, I mean, it just makes sense. Will Smith, I think, is a top 5 catcher. Should have been on there. Tommy Edman, like Joey said. And then, I mean, maybe Zach Wheeler, but pitchers are tough. But definitely Dylan Cease and Tommy Edman, for sure.
Yeah, Edman, I mean, it might just because I talk to Carson every week, but Edman has been, in my mind, hyped up really, really highly. And I don't know where he sits on the NL leaderboard for WAR now, but I know he was like comfortably in the lead for a minute.
His defense has been pretty good.
Yeah, it's been incredible.
He's been on my fantasy
his
team.
His offense
and
is just super pedestrian.
Yeah, he just steals bags all the time. Him and Harrison Bader, but
He seems like the new age Ozzie Smith. Like,
I think he's a little bit better of a hitter than an Ozzie Smith type, but I think like a less extreme Ozzie Smith.
Like Ozzie Smith was a Cardinal, Tommy Edman's a Cardinal. It makes sense.
Yeah,
I don't hate the comparison. I'll have to ask Carson about it, and he'll talk about it for 7 weeks. But
like he has over half as many steals as he does RBIs.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, he's 32 RBIs and 19 steals.
Well, are we
are we
using RBIs as a statistic that matters? No.
They are a statistic that probably
they show up on the scoreboard.
Honestly, the lack of RBIs might be what got him not selected.
Yeah,
because he's selecting these teams. Like,
yeah, that's a pretty good point.
I know I did my part to vote in Tommy Edman.
I didn't. I voted for Trey Turner. So
you're part of the problem, Joey.
Trey Turner's been really good this year. I mean,
he's a Dodger.
He doesn't want to be a Dodger. It seems like though.
Good.
Neither does Freddie Freeman.
Yeah, neither does Freddie Freeman. But I saw a stat a couple weeks ago. It was like it was like 107 out of 122 games that he was on the Dodgers, he had a hit, which is just ridiculous. The dude hits baseballs. He doesn't field them particularly well, but that's okay.
He fields them fine.
He fields them fine for the hitter he is, exactly.
Oh, yeah,
and
absolutely.
It's not like the Dodgers have like a defensive shortstop that they're holding back because of Trey Turner, unless Gavin Lux has something in his bag that I don't know about.
Gavin Lux is one of the worst defenders I've ever seen.
Exactly. Like,
not good.
Gavin Lux is about to lose his job.
They had a pretty wild defensive infield yesterday. It was Muncy at third, Turner at short, Gavin Lux at second, and then Freddie Freeman, who's fine at first. But those other 3 guys, that's got to give you.
Freeman probably has work cut out for him.
Oh, I bet. If they even got to the ball.
Yeah.
I honestly think Lux might be gone by the deadline.
I think that's possible. Yeah.
Like you trade their Dodgers like, hey, let's trade this guy who a lot of teams could use, who really is kind of just a replacement level Dodger guy. We trading for a prospect that we know we're gonna develop. because we're the
I mean,
Dodgers.
they have Michael Bush coming up too, and I think he's like
That dude
basically like a Gavin Lux clone.
Yeah.
So if Lux
Well,
just
better.
sucks, they just get rid of him.
Well, I for one want Michael Bush in St. Louis so we can have Bush and Bush.
Bush and Bush.
Boo.
Anyway, but besides Bush and Bush, Sam, what do you all-star things?
Yeah,
This is new news to you. when
I'm
we start
bringing-
talking about this.
I'm bringing some positivity. I like that Kyle Tucker's getting his respect for once.
That was good.
Like
I liked
I,
that part.
I saw that and it was like they picked him because he's like the most under the radar superstar type guy in the league right now, I think. And I thought he was going to get overlooked, and I was just happy that he didn't.
Yeah, Kyle Tucker's been sneaky good. Honestly, his entire career. I think he's not like a super high average guy, which might be sort of why kind of the national coverage is maybe a little bit light on him. But he's got 3 Baseball Reference WAR this year, 135 OPS plus, and he's playing some pretty good defense in right field for the Astros. So, I mean, he's just like he's such a good hitter.
He's such a super vanilla person too, especially
He
with
is.
like
He's just a normal
Jordan and
dude.
Altuve and Bregman. Like he just is there.
He's
Like,
just
I
a
feel-
guy playing baseball.
I feel like I could see him like in the Astros clubhouse where everyone else is like celebrating something. He's just in like his button down and jeans, drinking his black coffee.
Yep.
Definitely wears a
Honestly.
bolo tie.
Oh, definitely.
Probably.
Well, the thing that I like about Kyle Tucker is that they have a prospect named Colin Barber, who's kind of similar to Kyle Tucker. He's a lefty power bat. The only difference is he strikes out way more than Kyle Tucker. So it'll be interesting to see when he comes up in a few years, what it'll be like to have Colin Barber in left, Kyle Tucker in right, and then who even knows who'll be in center field for them at that point. I don't really even know who. I guess it's Chas McCormick this year.
I like Chaz.
Yeah, he has a cool name. I don't know how good he
McCormick.
is at baseball, though.
I think he's
Maybe Jake
like,
Myers too.
Yeah,
Okay.
Jake Myers.
They've got another guy playing center too. It's JJ something.
Oh,
I don't remember.
Medievich.
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
right.
That is
Only-
a great name.
I think Jose Siri hurt? Because I know he was getting a lot of looks, but he also
I
was
think
not
so.
hitting a lick.
I think
So-
he's hurt right now. I could be wrong, but he could just be down.
I'm looking at the Astros roster. This is actually a really interesting collection of guys they have on their bench. Nico Goodrum, shout out Nico Goodrum.
Oh God.
The good old days.
Yeah, we respect Nico Goodrum on this.
The good old
podcast.
days of 2017 to 19. On
Why
the
do we
Tigers.
respect Nico Goodrum?
Well, because he's gone now. Because he has a -9 OPS plus.
Yeah,
Man,
Mauricio Dubon.
50
Ooh.
played in 45 plate appearances. Yeah, Mauricio Dubon too, who also maybe kind of stinks.
He is not good on offense, but is
Yeah.
very good on defense.
hey, we got this Donnie Barrels guy on the Reds.
Oh, brother.
Yeah, Donnie Barrels,
Donnie Barrels.
Was he an All-Star last year?
20.
No, he's
No.
never been an All-Star.
He was a Silver Slugger in 2020.
That's ridiculous. I feel like he
He-
would have. I feel like he was on that list of. I think what I saw is the 2020 list that MLB released of these would have been the All Stars, and he was on that.
He had a really really good 2020, an okay 2021. And then now he's a Red, so
He is average,
he is.
which is great for this team right now.
Super mid.
Yeah, he is definition of honestly, probably better than Tommy La Stella. I mean,
Who's talked about Tommy La Stella since 2019?
Yeah, he's
Giants.
been pretty quiet, but he's been consistent. I think.
this year he hasn't been great. He's been
Yeah.
also hurt,
Yeah.
so
I
they need
think
to
that
stick him on the IL again.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of really cool and interesting stories on this year's roster. Obviously Otani is a dog, but Sandy Alcantara, as somebody who watches the Nationals a lot, seeing Sandy Alcantara pitch has just been an absolute blessing. I mean, this guy is just, he's a Chad innings eater, right? To use foolish baseball terminology, but he also is really good. I don't know if you guys knew that, but this guy Sandy Alcantara is really good.
The Sandy Alcantara guy, Throws the baseball very good.
As well as like Jose Trevino, who the Yankees pretty much got for like a box of balls, pretty much, in like in a crate of Gatorade. It seems like.
Yeah.
Framing masterclass.
At
Yeah,
least it
he's
wasn't
really good.
Powerade.
Yeah,
Hey,
at least it
respect
wasn't
Powerade.
Powerade.
Man,
One thing I
people-
didn't notice though, I didn't see Joe Mantiply on here the last time I looked. That's pretty
He
cool.
is. He is on there.
And people said Gary was better.
Gary's not
He's
good.
hitting pretty well.
Spare me.
He's hitting fine, not like great, but fine.
Fine for a catcher.
Yeah.
You've
Problem
like
is Gary
7 other
Sanchez isn't a good
positions.
catcher.
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
8 other positions that hit balls. You can sacrifice it for a guy who can actually catch.
I mean, that's what Ryan Jeffers does.
It's what I mean.
That's why we
Joey
signed Matt
Bart does.
Carpenter.
Yeah. Dude,
Yeah.
I noticed last night like half of the Yankees starting lineup was 2021 Texas Rangers.
Yeah. Joey
'Cause
Gallo,
it was
JD,
IKF, Gallo, Trevino,
Donaldson.
and yeah, Donald. I don't think he was a Ranger, was
I
he?
think he was a twin.
Oh no,
Yeah,
he's
he was
a twin.
But
But he
Uh,
was a Ranger at some
Matt
point.
Carpenter was
No, he
a
wasn't.
Ranger.
I don't think he was.
Was he not?
Oakland,
Oh, I'm thinking
Toronto.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oakland,
Briefly
Toronto,
Cleveland, then
Cleveland,
Atlanta.
Minnesota.
Atlanta, Minnesota, yeah.
But Matt Carpenter did at one point have a minor league deal with the Rangers, I believe, in 2021. So that was just interesting to see all those guys together again.
Also,
It's definitely interesting.
who's letting Matt Carpenter still be like pretty good?
He's
He
not
has like
pretty
a
good.
1200 OPS
It's-
right now.
It was his decision to stop sucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said in an interview like the pitching coach or the hitting coach tried to get him to change something and he just told him no. And then they
he
cut
grew a
him.
fantastic stash.
The stash is great. The power of the stash is always with the one with the stash.
I feel like in 10 years we're gonna like see pictures of Matt Carpenter in a Yankees uniform. It's be like he played there.
Probably.
I mean, that's like 30% of Yankees.
That's like
That's
Wade
true.
Boggs on the Rays. Like
We could do this all day.
Oh,
My
have some
personal
respect.
favorite is Dan Uglo on the Giants.
Dan Ugla. I like Dan
games.
Ugla on the Nats.
Dan Uggla on the Marlins was the GOAT.
He was
and his
good.
name is Dan Ugla.
and he had a 33-game hit streak according to his 2012 Topps baseball card.
That's true.
Go ahead,
That's
Dan Ugla.
wild.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. Dan Ugla was a dog for a couple of years, and then was extremely mid everywhere else.
Kind of bringing it back though. Shout out Luis Arias too.
Yeah, I was gonna bring it back to the All Star talk. Yeah,
Yeah.
the guys that I didn't exactly expect to see on this list, Arias was the big one. I did not really expect, but then looking at it, yeah, it makes sense. I
He's
get
so
it.
good.
I just didn't
He
think he
is.
was going to get the respect. That's what I was afraid of because he has been. I mean, even in previous years, he's been a really good hitter, just not this good. And I
Yes.
was just afraid that he would get snubbed.
Yeah, I like Arias a lot. I just didn't think he was gonna actually make it because he's up in Minnesota doing
Yeah.
whatever. But
Is he
my
their only
biggest
All-Star?
Is Travis Darno really that
Oh,
much
he's
better
not.
than Will Smith?
no, this is the thing.
Then what are
Not
we
even a
doing?
little bit.
He's better than Will Smith.
No, but the big
That's
snubs
enough
that we
out of
haven't
you.
talked about yet. Ty France.
Yeah.
I think
Ty
it's
France
just
is an
recency
all-star.
bias.
It
Because
absolutely is.
he's been hurt for the past 2 weeks. And
Yeah.
then the voters all forget about him.
He was
and-
still a finalist though. Is the
Oh
thing.
yeah, he should have been.
Because it was between him and I don't even know who's starting at first for the AL.
I can look.
Yeah,
Vladdy.
Oh, of
Oh,
course,
Vladdy.
yeah.
He actually
Oh,
has not been that good this year.
Yeah, Francis had the better year,
Yeah.
but Vladdy has the name. It's the same reason Tatis was finished top 5 in fan voting, despite not playing a single game.
Yeah.
Fan voting is whack.
Fan voting was
I love Tim Anderson. I would get hit by a train for Tim Anderson. But
Tim Anderson's been good.
he should not be starting.
He
How
should
is it
be
not
there, but not
Xander?
starting.
Yeah, how is it not Xander?
I don't
As
know.
much as I hate that guy.
Xander's had the better year, but Anderson definitely deserves to be there as well. I think, but also my also biggest one is might also just be the insane amount of bias I have towards it. But Clayton Kershaw over Carlos Rodon is horrific.
Yeah.
Kershaw's there
I mean,
because it's in LA.
They just know it's his last one.
Yeah, probably. But
Kershaw's
Rodon
playing.
has been one of the best pitchers in the National League this year. He's been a top 3 pitcher in the National League.
He had a complete game with 12 Ks yesterday, so.
He did. He's given up more than, I think, 3 runs once this year.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's,
Also good, Julio Rodriguez. I didn't exactly expect that.
I didn't think they were going to give it to
when
him.
he came
as a
up.
rookie.
Well, it wasn't even that. I just like him coming up at the time that he did, and what we had just saw happen with Kelnick. I just didn't think Julio Rodriguez was going to be that good. I mean, he's still striking out probably way too much, but boy, is he fun to watch.
So he came up with the Mariners, and his last name is Rodriguez. Why did you have any doubts?
Yeah, you know what? You got me there.
You know, kind of sticking with the Mariners, though, to get away from the All-Star a bit, though, All-Star talk. But the Mariners and the Orioles, both on, 8-game win streaks, if I remember correctly?
It's definitely 8 for the Orioles. I'm not sure what the.
I believe
Mariners
the
are at.
Mariners made it 8 today.
Okay.
Like, I'll double-check real quick, but
Yeah, they just beat the Blue Jays by 1 today. They had the same record.
yes, yeah, because it's. Remember when everyone was panicking about the Mariners because they were supposed to be good, and then they were like really, really.
Well, their
rough for a
fun
while?
differential was bad to start the year.
Yeah, then they got Carlos Santana and got 10-1 cents. They've been 10-1 since acquiring Carlos Santana.
Like,
Yeah.
what a trade if they actually make the playoffs. Like,
I mean, Robbie Ray was also like wildly disappointing.
He's put it together the last couple weeks though.
Yeah, leads the league in innings pitched. Jesus,
Over Sandy.
his arm is fried. He's at 110.
That's
That's
also
probably just
Tara.
the AL then.
like I almost would just like, hey, Sandy
Oh,
Alcantara,
yeah, you're
be
right.
less good.
I think he's at 130, isn't he?
123.
Okay, yeah, close.
So he leads the AL.
Yeah, still, but the Orioles also they're 1 game under 500 and 3 games out of a playoff spot.
Don't be surprised if August 15th rolls around and they start calling up Rodriguez and Henderson to mess around and make a push.
Yeah, that's the thing. I saw that today on Twitter. It was like the Orioles fans were like, if you're gonna be this close to contending, your AAA infield shouldn't be better than your Major League infield.
Their AAA team is pretty nasty right now.
Yeah, it's insane. They've got
I
a
think-
lot of guys
Hall.
in the infield.
I think it brings up an interesting question though. Where are they gonna trade Trey Mancini or not?
I think that depends a lot on how the
Because
next
at
2
the
weeks
beginning of
go.
the year, they could if this at the beginning of the year, you're like, yeah, they're gonna trade Trey at the deadline,
Yeah,
and because he doesn't really fit their future. But if they're maybe gonna make the playoffs,
they're buying.
Do you keep him around? But that's a massive risk.
Or do you sell them for something else, like a bigger area of need?
Do you
Like-
do you sell him for a
I
starter?
mean, they have 2 starters in AAA that are going to be sick.
Yeah,
Can't
their
believe they
bullpen
have-
right now
them.
is nasty.
They have one of the top 5 bullpens in the league by just about every measurement.
No, yeah, and then their all-star representative is their closer,
Jorge Lopez.
Yeah, Jorge Lopez, who has been ridiculous. If you haven't looked at seen Lopez pitch at all, I just look up some highlights. Or something. He's nasty.
Yeah.
He is so good.
Just get rid of Odor and call up Henderson.
Yeah,
And then get a real second baseman, and that's a sick team.
We're talking Gunnar Henderson, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
yes.
Ugh, what a name.
It's
Jorge
a good name.
Mateo has an entire win above replacement on Baseball Reference with a 60 OPS plus,
Get
Yeah,
this man out of here.
His
Just-
defense is elite.
and he steals a lot of bases.
Throw him at
It's
second then.
I have him starting in my fantasy team in hopes of taking the stolen base cat every week.
Yeah,
It's worked twice.
that looks like that's what you're gonna get from him.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like we're kind of underrating Jorge Mateo's value then, because shortstop defense is just so important.
Oh yeah, he plays it at an elite level.
And when, if you have a guy at shortstop who can just defend but can't hit, you roll with him.
IKF, exactly.
Yeah,
You roll with him.
Brandon Crawford this year.
It's a net positive.
Yeah, you
JP
throw
Crawford
Henderson at
most
second.
years.
Yeah, facts.
Well, JP Crawford's elite.
Yeah, he's also has like a 117 OPS plus this year.
That's not bad. That's okay.
Considering
Above
what
average.
he's done at the plate the
Actually-
rest of his career.
Yeah.
I mean, since 2019, he has gotten better every single season by OPS plus.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's
That's
one
like-
way to spin it.
I'm like, that's something, I suppose.
Like, his OPS plus is up 21 in the past 3 years.
That's good.
Like, actually, no, 31.
See, like these teams are like the Mariners were supposed to be contending this whole time. They're getting to where they were supposed to be, but the Orioles, this is new territory for over the last like 7 years.
Yeah.
'Cause they haven't been good.
This
really
just
bad.
wasn't supposed to happen this fast.
No,
Like, it was coming, but not yet.
I think everyone put their windows starting in like 2023, maybe 2024.
And, like, Spencer Watkins is dope.
Like they've got a lot of
Tyler
guys.
Wells.
I think they
Tyler
should
Wells.
sign
Sneaky
Zach
guys.
Britton back.
Yeah, they could have him.
Pull him out of retirement.
Fucking bum.
I mean, they could.
I think it'll
I'm
be-
just interested. To see
Yeah,
what they
it'll
do.
be
loser.
interesting to see what they do because, like, if the Orioles win 8 more games in a row, then they are solidly in
Wild
the
card
wild
one.
card race. Yeah,
Yeah, if they win 8 games in a row again, they play 500 while the rest of the year they're in.
They don't even have to win
thing
like
is,
8
it's just
more
like-
games in a row.
They just have
It's
to
just
be
like,
good.
what do they need so badly? Or, like, what can they give up to get back that, like,
See, there's
isn't
this guy
gonna
named
hurt 'em?
Brandon Drury. I think he'll be a great fit for the Baltimore Orioles.
Like, I feel like-
Unironically, that would be a great fit for
that is
Baltimore.
actually a pretty good fit because he wouldn't be super expensive and he's been hitting
All we want
well.
is Grayson Rodriguez.
That's
Well, you're gonna
You
have
have
to
Rubin or Dor, you're gonna like it.
Boo.
No, we're not taking Rubned
Oh
for
for
freaking.
2.
We're not taking Brandon. We're not trading Brandon Drury for Rubned Odor.
I think you underestimate.
You will take Rudnig and you will like it.
Fine, give us like I don't know who else do they have? on the farm?
Any minor leaguer other than Hall, Rodriguez, and Henderson you could take.
Yeah.
You can have Chris Davis's contract.
Can we have Heston Kierstad?
He's probably also not touchable.
Yeah.
Yeah. They've got a group of guys that'll be up here in the next year or two that are going to put this team squarely in a contention.
I feel like
Yeah,
the
like, you
Orioles
might as well
being-
just, like,
the
go
Orioles
ahead, Sam.
being good is good for baseball.
yeah,
Just
like,
because
you
of
might as
how-
well just hold out and, like, see how this year plays out before you start giving things away. 'Cause
Yeah,
you know what's coming.
Yeah, I almost would stand pat if I was Mike Elias and the
Yeah.
rest of the Orioles front office because, like, nobody expected anything from you this year. Like, you have no.
It's like the Mariners last year.
It's
exactly
like the Bengals
Correct.
in football.
It's
Yeah, those
exactly
are
like
great
the
comparisons.
Bengals. There's no
Yeah.
reason why you need to go and sell the farm to try and sneak into the wild card this year when you can use that same farm to not sneak into the wild card to firmly take a playoff spot in
For the next 7 years.
exactly.
Until
And
all those
then-
contracts expire and they're bad again.
Well, you got to lock up Cedric and you got to lock up probably Santander too, who's actually a really sneaky good hitter that I think people
Santander
don't talk
is
about.
very good hitter.
He's a big power guy, not super high contact tool,
Yeah.
but he's going to hit your home runs. And
Like-
Ryan Mountcastle has been fantastic.
Trey's been fine.
Austin Hayes is good.
Adley,
Austin Hayes
We
is
haven't-
good.
Adley's been very good this year
like
after he
we've gone this
started off
whole-
rough.
We've went this whole time without talking about the former number 1 prospect in baseball.
Yeah. I mean, it's because he, at the plate, it seems like he's still kind of finding his bearings, I would say.
He's
He's
back
hit,
in orange.
Like 20
Yeah.
doubles.
Yeah, he's got looks like 13 doubles, 4 home runs out of 31
Something
hits,
like
but he's not walking a lot. And he's also not striking out a lot, but his on base is under 300, and he still has a 700 OPS, which is league average
He's
for this
played
year.
40 games. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm really not.
I have no
Not
doubt
concerned.
he'll adjust.
Yeah, no
Small
concern.
sample size slander.
Yes, yeah, small sample size plus like he's 24. He'll be
Yeah.
fine.
There's plenty of time for him to figure it out, and he doesn't look overly lost. His defense
No.
has been good.
His defense is good.
So right now, like for that team, good defense is all you kind of need at the moment. The
Yeah,
hitting will come.
Yeah, I wonder how good Juan Soto is going to be when he's Adley Rutschman's age.
Exactly.
I thought you were gonna say when he's in black and orange.
I thought that was
When
coming
Juan
too.
Soto's playing for the Baltimore Orioles.
You probably wouldn't even have to move. You just drive.
It's not that close.
It's an hour.
It's.
Depends
I
on
mean-
it depends on what side of DC he's living in.
He actually lives in DC
Oh god.
via my sources, aka Matthew Penn.
Allegedly.
I mean, I know where Joe Burrow lives, so.
Yeah, exactly. I know where all the athletes live around here, just not which house. They all live in the same area, though.
I'm like 30 minutes from Mike Trout.
Nice.
I live in Idaho,
Boo.
Mm.
so
Yeah, you got any Boise State Bronco legends near you?
not. I mean, if they were good, they wouldn't be in Boise anymore. So
What do you mean? What about the Statue of Liberty play from 12 years ago?
yeah, you want Ian Johnson?
That's the recruiting pitch.
Yeah, that
Ian
guy's-
Johnson lives in Boise. He's a real estate agent now.
I was literally going to say that guy's probably a real estate agent now.
Works for State Farm.
It's the only thing you're doing out there anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Can
yeah.
he get me low rates on car insurance?
No,
He's not Chris Paul.
he might be able to. I don't know.
Can he get me the Rogers rate?
You know.
We don't say
Probably
that
not.
name around here.
Anyway, going back to baseball. Something else that's happened the last couple of weeks that they already made their on-field debut. The San Diego Padres City Connects. Very, very polarizing. At least that's what I've seen from people. How do we feel about it here?
Tacky.
I like
Tack.
him minus the sleeves.
Yeah, if they
Like-
just had if they just had white sleeves, it'd be perfect.
Whoever said it, I forget who said it, that they should be ombre. Like,
That would look cool.
they're right. They're right.
Also,
Oh,
what
I
does
think
that
I
do with
said that.
San Diego? What does that have to do with San Diego?
It's the
Isn't it
connection.
like the street art?
Kind of. There's a bit. It's got a bit to do with it. It's supposed to be the connection between like towards closer to Mexico and like the communities more towards like the actual
Yeah.
border between Mexico and
Yeah, like
San Diego.
like near Tijuana.
yeah, stuff like that.
I think they're fine.
Those colors, like, is what you do when you're 13 and you're on Nike ID trying to make
Yep.
basketball shoes that you're never gonna buy, and it just like
Yeah.
makes you want to hate them. But they did it well.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's this actual connection to the city part. They did a very, very good job at. Because when they released their like hype drop video for them, it like
That
goes
was
into
dope.
it a little bit. It was
Yeah.
super cool. Like it
Yeah,
was
so
very good.
Yeah.
So,
My
Go
take
for it.
on it is, like Joe said, the lettering, the coloring there, how it kind of has like the pink on top and green on the bottom, that needs to be blended together more because it just kind of hurts my eyes to look at.
Okay, just throw it in Photoshop, put a gradient on it. It's not that
Yeah,
hard.
exactly.
yeah, that's what we're saying.
And then the yellow names, I can't do yellow on white. That's just not acceptable for me.
It's a little tough.
The trim is okay, but the lettering being that same color, I can't endorse that.
Yeah, I get that. That makes sense. I mean, I like them a lot personally, and like I watched part of the game, seeing them yesterday, like and they were wearing them, or a couple days ago. I don't remember at this point. They look fine on the field, at
They do.
least on screen. I know when the Giants first released theirs last year, I hated them, and I'm like, maybe they'll look better in person. They don't, but like, it's eventually they'll grow on you, is what I've come to like learn. I don't hate them as much as I originally did.
I feel the same way about the Nationals cherry blossom. Like I think my
I love
original
those.
I
I
think
also
my
love
original
those.
problem with it was that I felt like they had left so much on the table, like that there was so much untapped potential that they could have leaned into the pink more.
I agree
Um,
with that.
But they, I was at a game and they were wearing them, and like there were people all over in the stands wearing them. So it seems like the reception in general has been
Yeah.
pretty good.
I
And they've
honestly
grown
might
on
buy
me.
that. Like, I might
They're
buy
fire.
Washington's.
They're pretty
Just
fire.
because, like, you can't, like, if you're, like, a fan, you can't just wear the Padres City Connect, like, out unless you're going to a Padres game.
Or unless you're a college frat guy who wants to wear it to a party, those will
Exactly.
be prominent.
Yeah, like, you can just wear the Nationals City Connect.
Yeah, it's a nice jersey to just
It
walk
is.
around.
It's very clean.
It's like, unless you're paying attention, you're like, oh, yeah, I guess that's a baseball jersey.
Yeah, I think of all of the City Connect jerseys, I think I would consider buying all the ones except for the Dodgers, the Cubs.
I love
Milwaukee.
Wrigleyville.
I think that's really it.
No, the worst ones are the Boston ones.
See, I hated them at first too, but they grew on me quickly.
I still hate them.
It's just such a weird thing to
The
yellow
UCLA
for
Red
the
Sox?
firefighters.
If their name wasn't the Red Sox, it would be a lot better.
Yeah, I can agree
No.
with that.
No,
I'm
that's fair.
excited for the Yankees City Connect.
I'm so scared.
Not because I really care about what the jersey's going to be, but
Just because they have to wear a different uniform.
Exactly. I'm waiting for all the takes. Like, oh, this is, Hal never would have stood for this or whatever. George never
This
would have
is
stood
egregious.
for this.
Yeah, George is rolling in his grave.
Yeah,
Well,
good. Keep
People
rolling,
are gonna
George.
freak.
I really just want them. I just want it to be just a big apple on the jersey that's
Oh,
super
not the
tacky and that
Mets.
looks terrible.
The Mets might actually.
It's gonna be
do
the
that,
Mets.
The Mets low-key
Yeah.
might do it.
'cause they've got
They have their...
I
Their
feel like they should do
apples
something
and their
borough specific though.
It's
Like,
just gonna be like a weird, bluish color and just be solid blue.
It's going to be super boring because they're going to be really scared to do anything.
It's going to be like
Yeah.
the Dodgers ones, except somehow worse.
Los
maybe
Yankees.
I don't know. I would like if they reference the subway line that leads to Yankee Stadium
That's what I'm
or
saying.
something.
I
Or
want
like
the Mets to do the subway lines.
I'd like to see some sort of Harlem Renaissance representation. There's a lot you could do. Get some colors going.
I mean, that's in Manhattan
It's gonna be
though.
it's gonna be
so
pinstripes
it's
and just
kinda-
say Bronx.
Yeah.
Honestly, it
Or
might be.
bombers. Yeah.
I don't think you can
God.
put bombers on a jersey.
27.
27. Nice.
It'd be something. The Yankees are going to be something awful, honestly, but it's the Yankees. They deserve nothing good anyway.
I am holding my
Hey.
breath for Cleveland's.
The Guardians, I expect big things from.
Bring back Chief Wahoo.
Nope, not doing that.
But being an
Recent
Ohio
change.
person who hates Cleveland, there's nothing in Cleveland.
No, there's
Cleveland
actually
is-
nothing in Cleveland.
Yeah, now that Baker's gone, there's nothing.
I did a report on Cleveland in college. I compared
Sorry
it
to hear that.
directly. Well, I was comparing the education system to that of Seattle because I knew Cleveland's was very bad and Seattle's was very good. And I didn't realize how bad Cleveland's was until they are at the bottom of most metrics in the country.
There's a reason why LeBron James went to private school.
Have you guys seen the flag of the Bronx?
Is that they have a flag?
Yeah,
Why
I think
does
that could be an interesting inspiration for a Yankees City Connect.
I could see like the eagle making it on there.
Yeah, there's like an
I-
eagle and like a crest. Maybe
I feel
some of
like
this
no-
blue or red would get into it, but I don't know that anybody would know what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna
I-
say, I feel like no one would know what it is.
Yeah.
It's too subtle, I guess.
Yeah.
For
I
people
think-
Go
outside
big
of
on it.
Any inspiration's better than fog. So like,
Yeah, that was. I mean, I like the jerseys. I really don't hate them,
I do.
but the inspiration is dumb. The ones that I'm probably number one looking forward to, Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, yeah, they should be good.
Get the bridge in there. Something about steel. I'm sure.
I'm
It's
gonna
gonna
be
look
so-
just like-
I'm gonna be so mad if they use the yellow bridge for Pittsburgh.
Oh, I bet they
Why?
will.
Because we have in Cincinnati, we have basically the same bridge, like
But you're Cincinnati.
half a mile down from the stadium.
Yeah, but you're not the Steel City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have some pig reference. It's gonna be awful.
If you don't
Or
put
just a
Harambe
giant
on
bowl
there,
of chili on the front.
Sure. Skyline chili.
I've seen Harambe in person, alive.
Rip.
you saw.
I did. I feel like that's a flex.
I
would
feel like it
say-
is.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
I absolutely do.
First grade school trip.
Harambe
nice.
would be a better third baseman than Brandon Drury, that's for sure.
Hey, the alternative is Mike Moustakas.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
It's even worse.
Yeah.
Let's play Senzel there. Like, why not?
I guess. Senzel's been like decent this year, hasn't he?
Yeah, but he played third base in the minors. Just let him play.
True.
It's
Anyway.
No, you're fast.
The Yanks are definitely going to do something with the police department, like the NYPD.
Yeah, I can see
Probably.
that. Yeah.
Those have potential to actually be really good though. If that's
Yeah.
what they do. Like I don't know. We'll see. They're like I said, as long anything is going to be better. The Dodgers better have the worst ones because those are awful.
Los Dodgers.
Yeah, that was just so low effort. I feel like it
It's
was
so
almost,
low
That's such like a white guy trying to be Spanish and dang.
Yes.
Like,
and I feel like
oh,
it was
look at
like
Los
kind of the
Dodgers.
same. I feel like it's kind of the same thing though as with the Yankees, is that they've just worn those same uniforms for so long that like, what do you even do? Like,
Wasn't
it's
there
just
another
blue.
team that did that? They were like the Los something.
Los Rojos.
The Diamondbacks?
Yeah,
Well, the Serpientes.
Yeah, Serpientes.
Yeah, and the
but
Reds
they did
had,
it like a while ago. They were like Los Diamondbacks.
That was their city. That was their city connect is Serpientes, I think.
Yeah, it was.
Those
but
are
no,
good.
the Los thing, that's a thing that's
Yeah,
been
but-
around for a while. Teams will do Los or whatever. Like the Giants,
like-
they have Gigantes.
Or they
like
do
on
it in
the
basketball.
Hispanic heritage
Maybe that's
night.
what I'm thinking. Yeah, like Los Heat.
Yeah, they do it.
but
They do it for all of them. I have a
just saying-
Gigantes jersey, and it goes hard. So
just saying, the Los Rojos Reds jersey is fire.
yeah, they go hard.
See, like that makes sense when like you change your name to be it, and like
Yeah.
Serpientes, like
But-
when you change it, not Los Dodgers.
Los Dodgers. Yeah, that's just not good. But I know. Speaking of different language, different countries, the World Baseball Classic, 2023. We're back.
Best
Yes.
segue ever.
Thank you. I try. But yeah, the World Baseball Classic will be back in 2023. Was announced they're going to have games in Taiwan, games in Japan, games in Miami, games in Phoenix. And they had the pools out as well, missing only some qualifying teams. But I'll go through the pools real quick. Pool A, you have Chinese Taipei, Netherlands, Cuba, Italy, the first qualifying team. Pool B, Japan, Korea, Australia, China, second qualifying team. Pool C, the U.S., Mexico, Colombia, Canada, third qualifying team. Pool D, Puerto Rico, Venezuela, Dominican Republic, Israel, the last qualifying team.
Yeah, can I just say Pool D is an absolute gauntlet.
That's a bloodbath, dude.
Yeah. Puerto Rico,
Wild.
Venezuela, DR, and
Man, but
Israel, who
Those games are going to be
Yes,
so
put some respect on it.
good.
yeah.
Where are they like what network gets the World Baseball Classic?
A lot of it's on MLB Network, I think.
I believe so.
Oh wait, they got MLB Network. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got a couple years to get it if you don't. But I'm trying so hard to get down to either Phoenix or Miami for some of these games.
Yeah, I unfortunately
I
probably
went-
won't be able to.
I
Is
went
it-
to the Miami one in 2017 on
The
accident.
Adam Jones
and
catch?
No, that was San Diego.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
And
Is
it
it
was like
2023 or 2024?
23. And it was like Mexico versus Canada or something. And it wasn't packed, but for all the people that were there, they went absolutely bonkers.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine like a DR USA game would be
A
the
DR,
most packed that stadium's
Like
ever
DR
been.
Puerto Rico or like
DR
Cuba,
Puerto
Puerto
Rico.
Rico in
U.S.
DR
Mexico is
Yeah.
also going to be an absolutely insane atmosphere.
They're gonna pack that stadium out like it's
It's like
absurd.
It's like how it reminds me of like the 1994 World Cup.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
You even alive back then?
No,
No,
it
I
wasn't.
was 12 years before I was born.
I was also not
Damn.
alive, so
I was also not alive.
I wasn't either.
Yeah, okay. Well, good that's established.
Yeah.
But yeah, the World Baseball Classic, it's been missed, and it's some of the best news I think we've gotten for baseball as a whole in a long, long time.
yeah.
It's
I'm
gonna be sick.
very much looking forward to it. Back to back, hopefully, for the US.
I mean, I root for Mexico because, of course, I do, but I know they're not going to make it all that far.
Yeah, like I'm kind of the same way with Italy. Like I could root for Italy, but they're gonna get,
Let's be
smacked.
realistic here.
Yeah.
I'm going to root for Mexico, but the team I think is going to win is Dominican Republic.
They
I think-
have such a squad, man. It's
If they can get
ridiculous.
everyone,
It depends if everyone wants to play, because I feel like
I imagine
Oh.
they will.
I imagine America's going to get everybody.
I can't imagine the
Padres.
Padres let Tatis on any field that's
No, they
not
won't.
theirs
Honestly.
after all his shenanigans.
Nah, they're not going to let him on the. They're not even going to let him play away games.
You're only playing in Petco.
Same thing with Acuna. Honestly, if
Yeah.
they let him play, they're
I think Acuna isn't he? I think he's Colombian.
I believe so. Let me double check.
oh,
that.
even better. Don't play.
Okay, I keep forgetting. Did Ronald Acuna Sr. play in MLB?
I don't believe so, but don't quote me on that.
Like, I feel like Everyone who gets
Oh no,
accused-
Acuna's
He
Venezuelan.
did.
He's Venezuelan. Okay.
He didn't make it to the majors.
No, he
but-
played baseball.
Yeah, he played FGW, whatever
Yeah,
that means.
just
Venezuelan.
looking foreign
Winter
Winter
League?
League. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just looking at the ideal roster of the Dominican Republic.
It's absolutely
Jesus.
insane, dude.
Yeah, I mean Gary, Vladdy.
Bomb.
Are we
This has
saying
the second
Gary-
baseman.
Overweight.
Is Gary
Yeah.
Is Gary a flex? I
No.
feel like he isn't.
I mean,
You
he's
start
gonna
off with
hit
Gary.
some bombs.
Yeah.
But like this has Santiago Espinal as their second baseman though. But like you can just
hell.
stick like Jose Ramirez or Manny Machado at second base, or Wander Franco or Jeremy Pena
Oh yeah.
or Devers. Like
Such a
and then
deep team.
Juan Soto,
too many
Julio
guys.
Rodriguez, Starling Marte,
Right.
Teoscar,
Right.
Franchi Cordero.
I do also real quick want to throw in the so the 4 qualifying team spots I listed. We have teams. I have the list of teams. I was looking for it.
I was
List of
actually
teams in those
looking for that
pools.
too.
Yeah, so it's Pool A. You've got Germany, Czech Republic, Spain, France, Great Britain, and South Africa. Pool B, you've got Panama, Nicaragua, Brazil, Argentina, Pakistan, and New Zealand.
Pakistan. Okay.
Pakistan does
Interesting.
Pakistan
Represent.
have baseball
They got a
players?
Well, apparently.
It's gonna be like the Jamaican
go.
bobsledding team.
But yeah, those are qualifiers that are going to be played in a few months in September.
Okay.
At least the first group of
That's
6 teams. I
Not a few
mentioned.
months. That's 2 months.
That's soon. It was the point.
That's definitely an interesting group of countries there. Really, obviously not any traditional powerhouses
Mhm.
in the sport of baseball, but I mean, I would be interested in seeing what does the French national baseball team look like.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe the French are managed by Bruce Bochy.
that sounds familiar. Yeah,
Hell
I think
yeah.
that's correct.
He at least used to. I don't know if he still does.
I think he does. Because
Yeah,
I
so-
feel like I read that somewhere.
yeah,
So that would be fun.
yeah. Like,
Pakistan would be fun because who would have thought, right?
Can we
Right.
have Albert Pujols play?
Ooh.
No.
Can we
I
just
don't
have
could.
even want him playing in the MLB anymore.
Is he Dominican?
yes.
I don't know. I think so.
I'm gonna say Colombian.
He is Dominican. Okay, we let Pujols manage.
I was gonna say no
this
shot
has-
he's playing first on that team.
This article that I'm looking at has Luis Rojas as the manager for the team.
For France?
No, for Dominican.
Okay, I was gonna say, I'm
No.
like, that doesn't make sense. But yeah,
Yeah.
either way, it's gonna be a lot of cool baseball with teams and players you might not see every day, especially those qualifying rounds.
It was like the Olympics. It was like Todd Frazier.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, it was like Todd Frazier and a bunch of college kids.
Yeah.
Tristan
but it's fun.
Casas hitting bombs.
I'm looking at the South Africa roster right now. Do you guys remember Gift Niopi? Or I don't think.
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah.
Yeah, he made it to the MLB. I think 4 or 5 years ago.
Yep.
Yeah, on this team.
All right, I'm looking at the French roster from the 2021 qualifiers.
Brett Bochy.
Manager Bruce Bochy. Yep, Brett Bochy. Jason Alexander, the Brewers pitcher who came up recently. And Alan Hansen, Diego.
Alan Hansen, Giants legend.
No idea he was French.
Neither did I until right now.
Honestly, Bruce.
Oh, it looks
Bochy
like he's
could
actually
probably
Dominican.
play.
Bruce Bochy?
Yeah, just let him play.
He's like 76.
I don't care. He's probably better than some of what they got.
Probably.
Oh, so Alan Hansen's actually Dominican with French ancestry, making him eligible to play for the French team.
Oh, okay. Which means he couldn't crack the Dominican roster.
I mean, he probably knew that
Yeah.
he wasn't going to cut it, and I think that was a good call on his part.
Well, he's probably one of the better players in that French roster.
Yeah, I'm looking at some of the other guys. A couple of guys that were in minor league systems. Andy Paz. I don't know if that sounds familiar. He was in
That
the
sounds
A
like a
system
fairly
and made it to
familiar
Double A. Yeah, not a whole lot of major league or minor league talent on the French team, but it would be fun. Bruce Bochy, welcome back.
Is Germany in the tournament?
They're in that qualifying round.
Okay,
I just
Max
listed.
Kepler is about to carry.
Oh, I forgot about Max Kepler.
Gross.
I was actually
Germany-
looking at Max Kepler earlier. He's so good.
And, like,
He's
he
not
hits,
listed on this roster.
Does he just not want to play as like?
I mean, he probably will be by the time this rolls around. I just don't think he was on the current roster back when they were doing the qualifiers
the thing is, if they're
last year.
playing the qualifiers in September, he has major league obligations.
Yeah, so we'll see. But this is 2016. I think he played in 2016, right?
I don't remember. I'm looking at the Pakistan team now, and none of the players have a Wikipedia page. So that's always a good start. But they do have a 25-run win on their record.
That's good.
Over Mongolia.
Trevor Hoffman's a coach for the Great Britain team.
Okay.
I root against the British.
Reasonable.
I hate the British so much.
The Mongolian national team actually has some of the best uniforms I've ever seen.
Okay, I gotta see this.
They're pretty cool.
Brazil's got some guys.
Is Jan Gomes playing?
Do not see Jan Gomes. Manager is Barry Larkin.
Oh,
Troy Hawkins the coach.
that's fun.
For Brazil?
For
I
Brazil.
thought Barry Larkin was American.
Dante Bichette Jr. is on the
Yeah, you don't necessarily have to be eligible to play for the country in order to coach them.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Bichette's Canadian.
They just hire anybody.
That's right.
Either way, it should be a lot of fun seeing these qualifiers here in September and then knowing that full field later on.
Oh, those Mongolian uniforms are great.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. They're pretty simple, but they're clean.
Yeah, those are some of the cleanest uniforms I've ever seen.
Yeah, they're very put together.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, the hats are a little understated, I think. But I don't know. I like the blue piping. I like the flag on the chest.
That's
I
nice.
Yeah,
But I think I like the Japanese ones too.
the black ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are fire.
I'm just a big fan of things like the Little League World Series. I like a lot.
Oh, yeah.
So I think this is when countries get to play each other. I just think it's awesome.
Yeah, international competitions. Really
I can't
cool.
wait to see Big Al hitting dingers in the big leagues.
One of these days. Anyway, after that, I don't think that we had much else planned. Is there anything else you guys can think of that you want to talk about happened in baseball the last couple weeks?
No, Chapman pitches in the 6th inning now, so he's absolutely cooked.
Oh, but the Yankees, they are on pace to reach 116. Is that correct?
Are they on pace for 117 or just a tie?
I mean, we are.
It was something. Either way, it's something absurd.
It's
is
close.
The
Yeah.
Yeah,
point. And can they do? Do we think they can do it?
they can. That team is so deep.
Can they? Absolutely. Will they?
Will they?
I don't
Most
know.
certainly not.
It's so hard to make like a historic run twice
Yeah.
when you take a 3-day break in between, and like I don't know, the first 40 games they were like perfect with injuries, and then like it started to fall apart a little bit, and like for that to happen again, like I don't know, it's tough.
Yeah, I mean, Stanton and Judge both being completely healthy for an entire half of a season actually might be something we've never seen before.
Yeah, and that's why we're seeing this Yankees team. That
I mean,
doesn't
Judge is
know how
just
to
trying to
lose.
secure the bag.
You got.
he is.
He's gonna be like
Back.
Byron Buxton. Once he secures
Everyone's
the bag, he's
living.
done.
Everyone's living up to their potential. I feel like
Aaron
on the
Buxton's
Yankees.
an all-star, sir.
Except Joey Gallo.
Yeah, that
Joey
guy
Gallo's
can kick
been
rocks.
garbage.
Him and Aaron Hicks can take the first subway out of the city.
Aaron Hicks
Never
was
come
never
back.
supposed to be good.
Aaron Hicks is 110 OPS plus.
Oh, all right, Peyton Jr. Your narratives are fried.
Hey, they also have Tim LaCastro. Can't
They do have
understate
Tim
that.
LaCastro.
Isn't he out for the year?
I don't care.
I think he's hurt. Yeah,
Doesn't
That
matter.
sounds familiar.
Either way,
His mere presence in the city is enough.
that's
And
fair.
as long as Marwin Gonzalez continues to get regular at bats, I don't think the Yankees are going to win 116 games.
Like
But
that.
recently,
Marwin's been
he's
solid.
been hitting. He's been playing less. Yeah, he's
The
been
longer,
solid. But
the longer he can stay on the bench, you know things are going okay.
yes, I would. That's a good measure for how the Yankees are doing is how often is Marwin Gonzalez playing.
I mean,
You do still employ Matt Carpenter, I'm pretty sure, right?
1250
yeah,
OPS.
why wouldn't we?
1250 OPS. Why not?
It's like 6 at bats per home run.
That's fair, honestly.
It's
Pretty
totally
bad.
sustainable.
Yeah, pretty close.
Yeah, completely.
It's definitely
He's-
fun. I'll say that.
He's been the Joey
So fun.
Gallo you needed.
Exactly.
The
Just
only
put,
reason I'm holding out on Gallo is because the shift is going to be banned, and then maybe he won't strike out as much. But,
Oh yeah, because he'll
Is
just
he
like,
done? Is his contract up this year or next year?
Next
he's got one more year.
One more
End of
year.
next year, he's done.
and he's gonna go to like, God,
Who
future-
cares? Go to
future-
Kansas City. Fucking bum.
Now listen, I know where would Joey Gallo be?
Joey Gallo, future
They said they're trying to move him again.
Oriole.
Yeah. No, sadly, probably a future Nat.
future
He's
Guardian.
That would be lit.
Future
He
Guardian.
seems like
Trade-
the kind of
trade-
guy
Future
Trade
Padres.
him for
Oh,
Soto.
Padres makes
Just swap
sense.
right fielders.
you can have like Lane Thomas, and you
Oh.
will like it.
Gross.
Future
I-
Cardinal.
We'll give you Brandon Drury,
There you go.
1 for
You
1.
don't threaten me with a good time. I would take Brandon Drury over Benintendi every day.
That's probably a
Brandon.
pretty unpopular take.
Brandon Jury's good at baseball. I'll say it.
Brandon Drury is like the
This-
one bright spot of this season.
The streets are
good.
talking.
The streets don't lie. They're saying
Doesn't
Brandon
matter if the
Drury's
streets
good.
are talking if Hal ain't talking.
That's
Tyler,
also true.
I'll say we'll give you Tyler Stevenson and Tommy Pham for Bobby Witt Jr.
Hal's gonna go get a backup like third baseman. And be
Call
like,
it
yeah,
good.
we made moves.
What do
Hey
you
guys,
mean
we
this
picked
move
up
didn't
Michael Franco.
Yeah, you guys see this guy? He was sick in
right.
2017.
Gonna get Ruby
Get a-
Andor.
Adrianza.
Again?
Yeah.
Not again.
All right, give
Barry
us
Andrews, a Giants legend.
give me D Strange Gordon.
He got
He's in-
DFA'd.
Oh, there you can
He
have
can
All
have
right,
him
he
for
was
free.
a Red. So that though.
You want
so
Jake
that-
McGee? He just got DFA'd too.
Why?
You just like
That's
speedsters?
bad.
You just like speedsters who can't hit? You want Billy Hamilton?
Terrence
Hey, we
Gore.
already had him. It didn't work out.
Ben
Terrence
Revere.
You telling me a guy who hit 220
Revere.
didn't work out?
I
Oh,
remember.
God.
I remember.
Dude, Billy Hamilton stole 150 bases over one minor league season. Like,
Hey.
I'd be running on those 18-year-olds all the time.
I did a second grade like report on minor league Billy Hamilton. Just because I was so excited for him.
he was a
150 steal.
monster.
Steal Billy Hamilton.
Yeah, 150 steal Billy Hamilton.
Nice.
Like,
Second-
damn, this guy's sick. Never
And,
gets on
you know,
base.
I was.
He's a
not
Marlin, actually.
Is he?
Oh,
Yes,
so now
he
he's
is.
in a-
Marlins.
I
The
thought he was a
Marlins love guys
Marin.
who can't hit.
Marlins. No, he's a Marlin currently.
I thought he was a White Sox.
You think?
He was
He was
last
last
you
year.
think Sandy Alcantara can teach him how to pitch?
Maybe.
Billy Hamilton is a Marlin, yeah.
Will Anthony Ghost situation.
Billy Hamilton has all of like 5 plate appearances in 2022, but he is
I
a
feel like-
Marlin.
That's more than I thought.
I feel like Billy
Honestly.
I mean-
Hamilton could be a Terrence Gore type situation where
Yeah.
teams bring him in on September 15th, say, "Hey, run fast."
To be fair, like, as much as we
To be
clown
fair.
him, this man made a 9-year career out of hitting 240.
Yeah.
And just
He's-
running.
And running.
Like, I
and
think
catching.
that-
316 bags.
It was sometime in the last week. It might have even been today. They were playing an extra inning game, and they just pinch ran. Like whoever was on second to start the inning,
Yeah.
they just threw Billy Hamilton out there, and he scored.
Yeah, of course he did.
Dude, his 162 game average is 56 steals and 33 RBIs.
That's
That's-
absurd.
That is wild.
Respect
that
Billy
people-
Hamilton.
People pay this man.
Yeah, they do.
Like that guy's set for life just because he's fast.
He should probably
Yeah.
do the Cedric
Which is-
Mullins and like stop switch hitting and just hit one, just pick one, and then become an all-star.
I feel like that's like the worst trait to have if you're going to be good at one thing, because that
Yeah.
can go so fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Speed.
If I'm picking one trait, I'm picking like pitching.
Defense.
Dude, I'm picking contact.
Being hit the ball 2 feet every time.
Exactly.
Getting thrown
Wow.
out first every at bat.
Tim Anderson.
I mean, I just go. All you need is contact and speed, and then you're fine.
But you only get one, so you
Yeah,
don't have
it's only
speed.
Fine. I'll just pick. I don't know. I'll pick clutch.
Clutch.
Dog.
Got that dog in him.
X-Grit.
Excrete through the roof.
I would just
Oh.
simply just choose to have that dog on me, and then I'd be an all-star.
True.
Oh
You know, you're
my
right.
God! What are we doing? Sorry.
Like, does Brandon Drury have that dog in him? I think so. But
Brandon Jury is that dog.
That might be the only thing he has going for him.
Yeah.
and not the 132 OPS plus. It's the
No, dog in him.
Slander.
yeah. Okay.
Excrete. Brandon Jury is like I can't speak for his X-grade, but I'm pretty sure he's pretty high up there. Like I don't do the X-grade calculations.
Who does the X-grade calculations?
It's a Garrett question.
Can't believe that's a thing.
Anyway.
Okay, I do think we need a measure of how much of that dog does someone have in him.
We'll ask Garrett. We'll see. We'll report back next week. But unless anybody got anything else, I think we're about good here.
Yeah.
Speak now or forever hold your peace.
We're good.
Excellent.
I'm good, man. Juan Soto's raised his batting average 30 points in the last week, which is exactly what he needed to do to
raise that trade value
again.
There you go.
Oh,
We're running the links to the ads at the bottom of the screen now.
Oh, we always do. So if you don't know where to find us, how'd you get here? But if you want to continue to find us on the internet, at our website, diamond-digest.com, on Twitter at diamond_digest, or Instagram, diamond.digest. We're very consistent with our online presence, but we have good stuff coming out all the time. We'll just see this and many others just like this. Podcasts, articles. We'll do it all. But anyway, for Joe, Sam, Joey, I am Diego, and thank you for joining us on This Week in Baseball, episode 9. We'll see you next week, and as always, go baseball.
Go baseball.
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 Baseball.